Philadelphia. Hello, everybody. We are back at Lincoln Financial Field, right outside the Pro Shop. That means we're shopping for jerseys for you, probably for the last time, and we'll tell you why at the end of the show, because you guys are crazy in a good way. I'm John Barchard. That is Vince Quinn. I see Taylor Kredatus and Tyre Hood all enjoying this. Well, I wouldn't even call it sweaty weather. Beautiful football weather, Vince Quinn. How are you, sir?
I'm a little sweaty. I don't know. I don't know how I'm sweaty and you're not. So that's a shocker. It's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm good, man. I'm good. We're getting so close to the regular season now, and to be here, like staring at the lake and thinking about what this place is going to be like in a couple of weeks, really cool.
Tom Brady, just so you know, totally going to ruin that retirement ceremony. Hope you go out as the biggest fraud in the NFL, period. More on that later as the Raiders develop into what I assume is the NFL abyss. But that is not a problem with Philadelphia, as I first probably am the biggest problem in Philadelphia right now. Do you know why? Probably not because you're not in our Discord, and it's a good thing I didn't have a microphone in my hands over the last 2 weeks, because I thought Miles Jack and Zach Cunningham were being signed to replace Nakobe Dean. I went in total Sixers brain over the last 2 weeks. I didn't believe any of the injury reports. I'm so used to Dougie P's day-to-day turning into weeks and weeks. That's still, like, not out of my head. Plus, if you're a Sixers fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Any ankle injury leads to certain death. So it's just kind of, that's where my head was. And wouldn't you know it, Miles Jack fucking retires. Miles Jack retires. So whatever my punishment should be, more towards Nakobe Dean, just on that respect level, I'm all ears. If that means I've got to pen a letter to the man, I will do that. Such bad timing because, as you know, the strip sack came against the Browns, although I'm still going to say that's a arm tackle that got lucky, okay? But I do apologize to Nakobe Dean for even thinking that Miles Jack was here to replace him. That still doesn't change my mind. He's still a role player on this team. I don't know. The linebacker, not that it matters. And that's the thing.
Well,
that's a beautiful thing
right?
about this
that's
team.
We're
arguing about fucking linebackers and running backs.
Yeah.
So this team's great. None of what we're about to discuss matters. But in the meta of this thing, I'm still not a Nakobe Dean believer. I'm standing on the hill. Is that fucking weird? Is that the weirdest thing you've ever heard?
Well, yeah, because, like, what is belief in Nakobe Dean? Like, if he was having what is a great season for Nakobe Dean that would flip the scale for you?
Being better than whatever Desmond Ridder puts out of Atlanta.
Desmond Ridder, I love that this is a Desmond Ridder conversation.
That's where it comes from. That's where it comes from.
That's great. Okay, well then, the bar's pretty low. So, I mean, for whatever you're expecting from Nakobe Dean to have, like, a good year, it's not much anyway, which is really what it should be. It's linebacker, and nobody cares, and it doesn't matter, and even if he sucks, I don't mind. Tyre's shaking his head. Tyre is wrong, and so, stay over there. Tyre is a god-awful take, by the way. He just floored me before the show, so we're going to yell at Tyre in a couple of minutes. But, yeah, from the linebacker side, I mean, if anything, look, all the blitzing and all that, that's the only thing I can really take out of this. They are sending heat in the preseason. It's one of the few good things about preseason football these days is they blitz more because nobody relevant plays. So, like, screw it. Let's get them out there. So seeing more of that, seeing the blitzing, seeing the pressure and what those guys can be athletically, that all works. So I think philosophy, you're seeing that, and that's an exciting element. And if Dean's bringing that to the table, I'm good, man. I mean, in that case, it's weird to talk about linebackers like this in the middle. But, like, I don't know, if he gets 2 sacks this year, that's a huge win for him.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, and it's not even – I just don't think he's this perennial Pro Bowler that everybody thinks he's going to be is all. And I don't even think that's like a talent thing or, like, it's just – I don't know. I need to see it, and then I'll probably shut up about it. Like, finally, I'll put it to rest. There's something in the back of my brain that's not fully committed to this thing. I just feel like the Eagles are trying to hide something, and if it's not the ankle, it's another deficiency to me. But I don't know. I think his role playing ups, like you said, are going to be worth it anyway. So, like, I'm not disappointed. I hope I'm wrong on most of this stuff, but I know I'm not wrong on this. What have we been doing getting ourselves right back into the backup quarterback conversation again? What have we not learned a thing in every offseason that's happened? First of all, let's just admit this right now. Howie Roseman's not good at fucking picking backup quarterbacks since they won the Super Bowl. Nick Foles was going to be cut that year, okay? Like, there's you can look at that as an anomaly. You can give him all the credit in the world. I don't care. Whatever. I still think that's more Andy than it is Howie. They're not good at it. Like Gardner Minshew, you can say was a fine backup quarterback, and that's the argument that I've heard. No, he wasn't. No, he's not.
He's fine.
He was not.
I'll make that argument. He was fine.
And Tanner McKee's here. Sorry, we had to change the camera real quick. But my whole point is, I don't understand why everyone sees this arm talent of Tanner McKee and automatically looks at Marcus Mariota with Josh Sills as his guard getting eaten up like the last a couple of weeks here and going like, oh, Marcus Mariota doesn't have it. Mike Kay from the Charlotte Observer texted me. He goes, John, you got to take the L on this one. Marcus Mariota's career's over. Pat McAfee saying the same thing the next day. The fuck are we talking about? First of all, that man's being paid $5 million. He's not going anywhere. He's going to have to be rubber dog shit from Hong Kong, okay, Top Gun?
Those are resilient, though.
They are very resilient. You made the point with Ty in one of the last shows of just like, if you get into trouble here, Marcus's legs are awesome. They will continue to be awesome. Run the ball. No problem. And this is why Nick Sirianni, we've now to criticize all this. Yes, he can't throw 15 yards. So why are we not having two QB packages with Hurts and Mariota to make that $5 million actually look good on the field? You see it. You have now seen it in people stop. People get juked out of it. He can get to the edge. He can get to the edge this side. Now imagine if you have the option to throw the football one more time. Are we not seeing this yet? How many times do I have to say this? How many years do I have to go through this? This is the perfect setup for two QBs at the same time. That's why Marcus Mariota needs to stay.
Know who would have been really good at this? Desmond Ridder.
Very fair. But do you think Marcus Mariota needs to be cut, traded for? Are you on that wavelength that Tanner McKee needs to be here?
I'm with you. The line sucked, man. And I've been a Jack Driscoll guy, generally speaking. He's looked like crap from everything I've seen. It feels like every time I see a play get blown up, he's a big part of the reason why. So overall, I think the line sucks. It's a different situation. He's going to kill it as a backup that needs to run a million times. They've changed the philosophy to go all in on that kind of guy, and that's all good with me. Just keep taking shots on guys that have legs that you can try to develop. That are short passers like Tanner McKee, and let it go. But Tanner McKee is destined to be one of those guys that everybody loves right now, and a year from now, everybody hates his guts as the actual backup quarterback. It's a guaranteed thing. And actually, let's do this because there has been such a debate. Ty, get over here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna get Ty in here for 2 seconds to say I can't even be on mic or on camera when he says this thing. So.
All right, you get over there, protect yourself. John has children at home. He's got to be pure and clean.
I'm in trouble.
Explain yourself, Ty.
All right, so as you guys have just addressed, Mariota stinks, all right? He can't throw past 10 yards, all right? And this whole 2 QB system thing is utter bullshit. Anyway, I have a personal solution. I say you cut Mariota. Now, there's a certain quarterback that's on the free agent market who I think would be a viable backup if you don't trust Tanner McKee to be in that position. Yes, he lives in North Dakota. Yes, we drafted him 2nd overall. Yes, I'm talking about Carson Wentz. Bring him back. I said what I said.
And that's our show, folks. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate you. It's been a great time. Please send all of your tweets to Ty Hood. God damn it. Okay.
At me.
Yeah. No, look, there's no way on earth that guy could play football in Philadelphia. There's no way.
First off, all right, he'd be a whole lot better of a backup than Mariota currently would be right now. I would trust him more throwing the ball past 10 yards more than I would Mariota and him sailing the easy balls over receivers. All right, come on. God forbid something happens to Jalen Hurts, which is, God, we don't want that to happen. But do you really have trust that Mariota would at least be able to win us a game or two in the absence of Jalen Hurts? Let's be honest here.
More than Wentz? Yeah. Okay, first off, let me explain myself. I've been playing a lot of Hitman recently. Hitman is great. If you've never played it, that game fucking rules. I think if the Eagles signed Carson Wentz and he was in that locker room with Jalen Hurts would fantasize about going up behind him and snapping his neck. There's no way he likes that guy. Why would you get a guy that actively was weird in the locker room constantly? Like, he would be rooting for Jalen Hurts to fail.
Because the difference is he knows his role this time, and we're telling him what his role is. All right, he's not the.
That's good. Okay, that's good. I can't even fucking hear it anymore. I can't, Ty. I can't. I had to cut him off. I'm sorry, guys.
Yell at him in the Discord. He totally deserves it.
I yell at me for Nicole. But that's just.
It's crazy.
I can't prove this for sure, but I'm pretty sure Lane Johnson fucking hates that guy. So that's my answer right there in all that. And more importantly, and here's where I'll back Tanner McKee in all this, because I did criticize Howie for his backup quarterback selection recently. I don't think it's the way to go ever. And it's never been more evident in today's NFL that if you draft a 3rd to 6th round pick, it's just better to make that person work out as a backup quarterback, even if they can't do the job in year one. It's just, you're talking way under $1 million for 4 years. I don't understand why you don't take comp picks and just draft quarterbacks until you get a good backup. No one on earth, and we still don't know if Tanner McKee is worth it, but I mean, you can develop him in a year to be a pretty decent backup quarterback, and it's going to get about the same output as a dude that's costing you $5 to $10 million back in the position of.
Yeah, I mean, look at this, right? We always talk about the Ravens, and it's worth talking about. Tyler Huntley is real. Like, as a backup quarterback, what he's able to do, the guy almost won a playoff game for them last year. He is a quality player. I think they took him in the 6th round, developed him. He was a runner first. They worked on him as a passer. Hopefully he gets better. The receivers are awful. So, like, they have a lot of work to do. But in terms of that strategy of getting those kinds of guys and developing that way, it's 100% the way to go. So, like, Tanner McKee is in the right wheelhouse. He's in the right neighborhood. If he's any good, I don't really care yet. We spin the wheel and see where it lands. But, like, all that stuff with quarterback is fascinating. And one of the things, like, related to all this, I don't know if you guys saw in Sports Illustrated, the Jalen Hurts article. So, Jalen Hurts on the cover of Sports Illustrated looks amazing, by the way. The outfit's great. They did the whole Fresh Prince bit. That was really cool. And as everything was going on, there was a piece in the article where basically after the Super Bowl, he tells everybody, hey, put the blame on me. I'm the guy making mistakes here. This is all about me. And someone on the team also goes, well, wait, Jalen, you're the whole reason that we're here. We're the whole reason that he did this. And he's like, you're goddamn right. So, like, just that kind of that ego that he's got about him and the way that he leads this team, I mean, it's very particular. And you are going to have these guys that fall in line and understand that, like, you are Jalen's backup. You have no chance of being the starter. You think anything otherwise, you are out of your mind. This team is his. So,
and dude, I've been on record this year to say I just don't think he's going to take that huge leap like he did last year. It's just going to be progressively, like, up and up and up. But, man, this dude's a psycho. Have we not addressed this yet? Jalen Hurts is a psychotic man. As talented and as well put together as he is this close to having Jordan's mentality. I would doubt not that he's got a bulletin board or a dartboard full of heads, and I'm like, you're next, and then you, and I think Jalen's personality has gotten everyone wrong about what's going on in there. Stat Hawk
for sure.
Taylor has been saying forever, and I have not disagreed with him on that once, really. Where he is with Nike, the fact that he's all about Jordans, the fact that he's smoking cigars in the NFC Championship game, like, this guy won't quit. And I know everybody says, John, every athlete's like that. No. Kobe is way different than everybody else for that reason. Michael was way different.
LeBron is a different animal.
But Jalen Hurts is a psychotic in the best way possible competitively. And I don't think, who else is going to stare at his worst moment all year? Who? Are you going to do that? I couldn't do that. Could you do that? If we put our worst moments ever in our career on our phone and looked at it every day, you think that would motivate us? Probably not.
No, I would be like, oh yeah, that time I got on the scale and I was the fattest I've ever been.
Yeah,
this is great.
It's like,
this
hey,
was
you
2
remember
weeks
this?
ago. Yeah, wonderful.
Remember that ding dong you ate, you fatty?
Yeah.
It's just, he is so focused on what he wants to do that nothing does really bother him. All the other stuff is branding, great agents, and he's in there. That's genuinely him. But, man, I don't want to know what he thinks at night. I really don't. He's probably saying MF for this and that like a billion times. So
he'd be great at Hitman.
That woke me up.
Jalen Hurts, man. It's just
Tom Brady, not actually the CIA agent. It's all been Jalen Hurts this whole time.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. But he's following in Brady's footsteps.
Let me ask you this then. That I think did not surprise me. What are some of the things that have surprised you? This training camp is officially wrapped up here now, at least with median. I'm so sad that we don't get the ESP 7 on 7, 11 on 11 stats anymore, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's honestly, I don't know if there's really been a major surprise in camp this year. Can you
to me, I
honestly
think there's
say
a major
anything?
one, yes.
Really? I mean,
Taylor Kredatus, can you believe that this man can't find a surprise on the very thing that I'm going to say? This man who has argued with me for 2 years about this thing is not surprised on where we're at?
Okay. Because now you're going to Kyle Hamilton, which means that we're going to Sidney Brown, and that's the big surprise. All right.
The whole group. Like, Reed Blankenship has sounded and looked amazing. Edmonds is pushing all that. It seems like everybody's doing, I don't know. I think safety to me is the most surprising thing after your Kyle Hamilton stuff, after the CJ-GJ drama. Like, I thought there'd be a hole on this team. It's a strength. It's crazy.
And it's why Nakobe Dean matters even less. But
true.
Speaking of all that stuff, John, I want to follow up on something, because a couple of weeks ago we did Christmas, right? So I promised you a certain cartridge of a certain kind of content, but instead... Here's what I found at the team store, and I thought this was a better gift. So I'm going to give this to you right here and now.
Wait, let the big dog eat. Oh, my God.
It's a Jordan Davis T-shirt.
Give me that right now.
That says, let the big dog eat. Yeah, so spread that out for the camera so people on YouTube can see it. Oh, he's putting it on. He can't help it. He's wearing 2 shirts in 90-degree weather. This man loves this new shirt. So,
I love this man.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Now we're talking.
It looks good. You want to get like right up in there?
Yeah.
Just,
You
show
tell
it
me.
off. Yeah, that looks good. Give us a twirl. Turn over your shoulder like a dragon.
You see my no butt and my stomach. It's my best attributes as a man.
It looks good.
And this guy too. I don't think it's a surprise. One, my other biggest surprise was just like the development of everybody has changed dramatically since Dougie P left. You guys recognize that? These UDFAs like Reed Blankenship are hitting. Eli Hicks is like out of nowhere. Josh Joby's taking it.
Ricks, yeah.
What do I say? What did I say?
Hicks.
Ricks?
Yeah,
See?
Ricks is fun. I like Ricks.
I'll learn all the UDFA's names as they
Make
keep,
the team.
keep
Once
rolling
they
out.
Make
here.
it, yeah.
But Josh Joby especially is probably my biggest look at like. This team has not been able to develop corners for 20 years. That's not hyperbolic. There hasn't been one person that's been like, oh, that's great, that's worked out. Jalen Mills, I guess if you want to say that, sure.
Baby Jalen Mills. Well, and Maddox would be the other guy.
Maddox is too, but I think he was part of that first transition. But man, just
and it was
they
rocky.
can develop fucking secondary again, guys. Like that to me has been very, very exciting. And Jalen Carter, I've been trying to hold back, man. Aaron Donald special, right?
That's what everybody's saying.
What the fuck is going to happen? What's going to happen? This is...
He's the backup. He's the second defensive tackle.
No. These two dudes are going to be right back next to one another again. And I don't know if I'm taking these cues right or not, but when Lane Johnson speaks about Nolan Smith, it's reserved. And I see why, because he's getting stoned by rookie right tackles, and he needs to work on his technique, but his strength is unbelievable. It's going to be a huge asset for this team. He is not saying that about Jalen Carter. You know who else is not saying about that Jalen Carter? Fucking everybody. Darius Slay. They're like, hey, they're trying to basically not say this dude's the next Aaron Donald, right?
Yeah,
that's what they're trying not to say.
He actively went out of his way to the point that he really emphasized that he thinks he's Aaron Donald. I wish we saw more of that in the preseason.
Yeah.
You really don't see it, so it is what it is, but clearly they think he's that good that he's not even worth getting the reps in the preseason. So it is what it is, man. So, yeah, he's killing it.
It's just, I'm going to say it, rookie sack record. Sorry, Reggie. It's time to be broken, man. Right? Like, I just feel that's going to happen. Kelly Green is here.
In Philly.
Perfect time, the perfect team for the perfect color. The defense takes the larger leap from last year than the offense does this year.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. And the reason why, as you touched on it earlier, we have not mentioned once Sean Desai. Granted, Jonathan Gannon was so bad that anybody could have come in here and we would have been happy, but the pressure, the 3 safeties, the stuff that made the Legion of Boom look spectacular, those elements are all here. I'm not trying to get too hyped about a coach, but like it's just gonna come at you all day. What the fuck are you gonna do? There's too many of them. That's gonna do it. We're gonna fucking I mean, The fact
Yeah.
that Jason Kelce wanted to beat the shit out of a bunch of Colts and everybody else, you know where the attitude's going to go. Everyone is going to hate this team, and we're going to smile when we kick the shit out of you. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
It's gonna be a lot of
I'm
glue
so ready.
after that game for
Are
the
you
Colts.
guys ready for what Vince Quinn has in this bag, by the way?
Yeah, because we did what's going to be for us our final run of shopping first as I break the bag. I'm very good. So we got a couple of jerseys today, last run for everybody that put in for the Jason Kelce's and all that. I mean, it's just impossible. So we got a Devontae Smith XXX, which was crazy, but we did find one, and we got
did.
Ben hooked up with a jersey. So,
Which we're still trying to find Ben as
we've got
medium
some
Reddick.
options with Ben. We'll see if he texts us back and we can connect. But here's the thing that's really important, okay? So if you have not followed us on Instagram yet, this is an XL Jalen Hurts, which is worth more than gold right now. If you put this on eBay, it'd probably sell for like $500. We're giving it away. And literally all you have to do is follow us on Instagram. It is sitting in my closet. I can't wait to get this thing out of the house and into somebody else's. So stitched on the sleeve there, this is the Vapor, as they have the different kinds of styles. The neck breathes a little bit more and some things like that. So we're doing that drawing at the end of this month. And again, all it takes is subscribing on Instagram. So go check that out. And the other thing we got going on is we're still going to L.A., folks.
Hey!
And John, if you want to fill them in on all that.
Man, you're going to want to pay attention. Go to bellthebirdmen.com. It says come to L.A. with us. We are doing some price slashing, everybody, only because we want you out there with us. We're going to drop Saturday night only packages, Sunday night only packages, kind of talk all that stuff out, see what everybody needs. Going to hang out with Chase U himself. We're bringing him out. And if that all sounds good to you and you want to come, click on that link. But more importantly, just like the jersey, we're giving away a trip too. So all of this is happening on August 31st on our Instagram at Bell and the Bird. If you're listening, you're watching, just like Vince said, follow over there. The reels are there. You'll know what to do. And we cannot wait to give this jersey away. See you in LA. That's happening on October 6th through the 10th. You know that already because we're going to go kick the shit out of Matt Stafford. So let us know what you're up to. 215-509-5833. Info at bellandthebirdmen.com. I see head of security Dom out there already, so that means we're probably going to go. But we love you guys, and thank you so much for supporting us. And Vince, any final thoughts over here?
No, that's it. Go Birds.
Go Birds. See you guys.